In 1325, a man named Richard the Raker fell through a rotting floor into a pit of human waste. He drowned in it. That was his job. And somehow, it wasn't even the worst job people had in history. For centuries, doctors believed the cure to almost everything was simple: drain the blood. To do that, they needed leeches, thousands of them. So, someone had to collect them. Leech collectors, often poor women, waded into swamps and marshes with bare legs. They stood there, waiting. Soon, the leeches attached to their skin and began feeding. When the leech filled with blood, they peeled it off and dropped it into a jar. Then, they went back into the water, again and again. Some collectors lost so much blood, they became weak and dizzy. Many developed anemia, but they kept doing it because this was often the only job they could get. And remember, they weren't the patient, they were the bait. Now, if that sounds unfair, the next job might make you angry. In royal courts across Europe, princes needed education. But there was one rule: no tutor was allowed to physically punish a future king. So they invented a solution: the whipping boy. A whipping boy was another child raised alongside the prince. They shared the same lessons, the same classroom, the same teachers. But whenever the prince misbehaved, the punishment went to someone else: the whipping boy. The theory was simple: if the prince saw his friend suffer, he would feel guilty and behave better. But in reality, it meant a child was beaten for mistakes he didn't make, day after day, year after year. Some whipping boys later gained favor with the prince. Most simply endured years of pain for a system that treated them like tools. And somehow, the jobs keep getting worse. Before modern sewage systems existed, human waste was stored in large pits beneath buildings. Someone had to empty those pits. Those workers were called Gong Farmers. They worked at night because the smell was so powerful they were banned from working during the day. Gong Farmers climbed down into pits filled with years of waste and shoveled it out by hand. The fumes alone could knock a man unconscious. Some workers collapsed in the pits and never came back out. In 1326, a Gong farmer named Richard the Raker slipped on rotting boards above a cesspit. He fell in, and he drowned, in the waste he had been hired to remove. But even that wasn't the most revolting job in history, because next came the tanners. Tanners turned animal hides into leather, but the process was brutal. Fresh skins were soaked in vats of water, mixed with urine to loosen the hair and tissue. Then, the hides were treated with mixtures that included animal waste to soften the material. Tanners often stood barefoot inside these vats while the hides fermented. The chemicals damaged their skin, the fumes damaged their lungs, and the smell was overwhelming. Cities often forced tanneries to operate outside the walls because no one wanted them nearby. Tanners became social outcasts. People avoided living near them, eating with them, even marrying them. Yet their work produced leather used for shoes, belts, armor, and everyday tools. Everyone used the product. No one respected the people who made it. But everything so far had one thing in common. Those workers technically chose the job. The next group didn't. Galley slaves were prisoners forced to row large warships. They were chained to wooden benches, sometimes for years. They ate there, they slept there, they lived their entire lives in that position, rowing, hour after hour. If they slowed down, they were beaten. If they collapsed, they were thrown overboard. Many died from disease, exhaustion, or naval battles. Some estimates suggest that more than half of galley slaves never survived their time on the ships. Even the famous writer Miguel de Cervantes, the author of Don Quixote, spent years as a galley slave after being captured at sea. He survived, Most didn't. But the final job on this list might be the most disturbing of all, because it didn't destroy the body, it destroyed a person's place in society. In parts of Britain during the 1600s, families feared that loved ones could die with unconfessed sins, and if that happened, they believed the soul could never rest. So they hired someone, a sin eater. During the ritual, bread and ale were placed on the chest of the dead person. The sin eater would consume them, symbolically absorbing every sin that person had committed. Afterward, the family believed their loved one's soul was clean, but the sin eater carried those sins instead, and people feared them for it. They were paid almost nothing. Villages avoided them. The church rejected them. Many sin eaters lived completely alone, called upon only when someone died. Think about that. A person needed at the most desperate moment and rejected the rest of the time. 6 jobs, 6 different kinds of suffering. Some destroyed the body, others destroyed a person's place in the world. So here's the question. Which one do you think was the worst? The job that could kill you, or the one that made everyone pretend you didn't exist? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more dark history like this, subscribe for the next story.